on, yeah. All right, I was talking about Prince and the song Purple Rain, and I was talking about how I never understood the song, and like, what is Purple Rain, and what could this song possibly mean? And it turns out that it is partially about the end of the world and Judgment Day. And something that I didn't get into last time was that Prince said something about how he used the color purple because that's the color you get when you mix blue and red together. He decided that at the end of the world, the sky is going to rain blood, sounding like something that came from the book of Revelation in the Bible, which it doesn't actually say that. But anyway, and since the sky is blue, blue and red make purple, and that's where Purple Rain would come from, I guess. But also, Prince claims that it's supposed to be a religious song. Prince had a strong interest in religion. Later on in his life, he became a Jehovah's Witness, but even before that, he had an interest in God and Christianity. I think you can say he was more into the spirituality aspects of it than, like, say, a fundamentalist view of it. So yes, it's a song about the end of the world, but it could be okay for some people. I'm talking about experiencing Judgment Day, because God will be there for you. He'll see you through. And if you've been a sinner, that purple rain will wash your sins away, like some kind of baptism, I guess. And I guess that's why this song has such a gospel sound to it. At times it does sound like he's being a preacher, preaching from a pulpit. Like, there's a line in there that I mentioned before, where he says something like, if anybody here knows what I'm talking about, raise your hand. And of course, I never rose my hand because I had no idea what he was talking about. But he says, what I'm talking about up here, why up here? Well, is because he's a preacher, giving a sermon up on a stage or a pulpit. I think maybe that's what we're supposed to picture. Anyway, this song can seem like a sequel of sorts to Let's Go Crazy, or Let's Go Crazy can be a prequel to Purple Rain, whichever you choose. I say that because Let's Go Crazy opens with that sermon, organ, preaching part, Dearly Beloved. It's kind of short on the single radio version, but it's extended on the album version. And it's interesting that the Purple Rain album opens with Let's Go Crazy and closes with Purple Rain, almost like it was meant to be a concept album. But was Let's Go Crazy meant to be a religious song like Purple Rain? Yeah, according to Prince, yes, it was. He said that Let's Go Crazy was about a song about God and the devil, and about how you should choose God over the devil. That's what he said, and it's interesting to note that the B-side of the Purple Rain single, the 45, was a song called God. Yeah, and it was indeed a song called God, and it was indeed about God. It was only a B-side song. It wasn't on any album. It was a slow-moving, gospel-like song, and he sings about how God created the heaven and the earth, and he made trees, and he made you, and he made me. It's just about how God made everything. He does add one thing special, though. He says he made you, and he made me, and he made us equally, which doesn't actually say that in the Bible, unless you consider the story about how God created Eve, from a rib, and he took the rib because he didn't want Eve to be above Adam nor below her. Yes, women are not supposed to be below us or above us. They're supposed to be equal right there. For some of you guys still need to remember that part. Anyway, yeah, I remember not liking that song, though. It was so slow and dull, but you know what? That's beside the point. So I don't know if he did that on purpose or not, but side B was about the creation of the world, and then side A was about the end of the world. Were we supposed to listen to that one right after the other, maybe? Anyway, one thing I read that I thought was kind of interesting. This is going back to my whole confusion over what the heck is Purple Rain supposed to represent. One of the members of Revolution, Prince's band, The Revolution, was it Lisa? Anyway, one of the members said that she thought Purple Rain is representing some kind of rebirth or new start. She said that purple represented the sky in the morning. Sometimes morning skies are purple. And that in turn represented a new day, a new beginning. And the rain, it represented a cleansing, like you're getting clean in the shower. It's washing away all the bad things that you might have done. I thought that was interesting. And that theory could be in religious context, but it also works without a religious context. So yeah, I thought that was interesting. I like that interpretation more than that whole raining blood thing. Yeah, just leave the raining blood thing to Slayer, you know. But anyway, I guess I need to get going. I still had a story that I wanted to get into, but yeah, maybe some other time.